So, welcome back to the call of the Netherdeep, everybody. Does everybody hear the sounds of the festival outside your inn window? Is that coming through okay?
Nope.
I need to. No.
Okay.
No, I don't think
I don't think so.
Let me reset that. How
Alright.
about that?
Yep.
Yes.
Yeah.
Cool. Okay, don't know why it does that, but every so often a reset. So, yes, after some misadventures in the swamp, shall we say, you finally made your way to Jigao. Now, as I said at the end of the last session, we'll just kind of... I'm not going to muck around with... I'm sure you're all missing my pretty face, so we'll put that up. So, as I said last time, the journey from Urzon to Jigao is pretty straightforward. But if anybody has anything they want to discuss on the way to Jigao, or indeed at the inn that you're staying at now, a place called the Broken Tusk, if there's anything people need to discuss or get sorted out before then, let me know. Otherwise, we'll get straight into the Festival of Merit.
I think it was just the thing that I brought up last week, but Mist wasn't here.
Sure.
I noticed that you weren't wearing the special armor that we found, and I was going to ask if maybe Kippa or I could have it, because it would allow us to have the same AC, but be stealthier.
Yeah, it didn't. It didn't look right. Yeah, sure. You guys might need to get it refitted, but
Yeah, I just thought that might, if you're not using it, be a good use of it.
sure. And I'll reach in my bag and put it before you. Here you go.
Well, I'm gonna suggest that Kippa takes it, because I can, boost my stealth a little bit with guidance. So, that's...
Are you sure, Laura?
Oh, I'm positive, absolutely.
Okay. I'll take the armor then. Thank you.
Easy enough to do.
He looks like a big fit for Kippa, but he will work.
It's like a metal nightgown.
Yeah, covers his whole body,
There we
not
go.
not just his chest.
Even more effective.
I was gonna say, is it more like a giant tunic, or?
Yeah.
Pretty much. Just belt it, it'll be fine.
Yeah.
This is the Alvin chain, right? That's what you're talking
Yes.
about? Yeah.
Yeah.
Of course, Alvin chain isn't technically magical, so it's not going to adjust to your form, Kipper, but it will functionally work as a suit of Alvin chain for you. No penalties or anything like that, since it's far too big. But yeah,
Alright.
that's cool.
Well, I mean, oh.
Alright, well that was the only thing I wanted to take care of on our way.
I would like to know what I'd be looking at for studded leather. If I wanted to purchase a set of studded leather for myself.
Isn't it 75? I think you have enough to do that.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's 45, but I could be wrong.
Well, let's see what the player's handbook says.
Well, yeah, I think 45 looks right, but it could be 70. I'm not totally sure.
Studded leather is 45.
I would like a set of studded leather.
Sure, if you have 45 gold pieces floating around, then sure.
Alrighty. Yes, I do.
And so just feel free to add that to your character sheet, no problem.
So we got a spare set of leather if anybody ends up needing it.
Right, I have a spare chain shirt if we ever do something that requires us to be super stealthy. It'll just lower my AC a little. So.
Okay. So with that brief bit of shopping, let me get a pretty picture up for you. So, you spend the night at an inn called the Broken Tusk, and you wake up to the sounds of a carnival outside your door as you find yourself in the town of Jigao. And even the night before, and even now, early in the morning, things are ramping up with little goblin children running through the streets, jumping up and down, just excited out of their precious little brains as the Festival of Merit is kicking in. Now, interesting things to do in the Festival of Merit. Just to make it easier, I've marked all the interesting things you'll find as you explore around the town. But we'll get there in just a second. You have entered the Jumble, a large district of tangle roads and single-story buildings in the town of Jigao. Throngs of people, most of them orcs and goblins, move through the streets, laughing, singing, running, and sightseeing. All are enthralled by the raucous sights and sounds of the town's Festival of Merits. You hear snippets of conversations as people pass by. A goblin mother telling her children not to go near the baby horizon-back tortoises. A drow guard in shining insecticide armor complaining to his partner that his gauntlet was crushed by a hulking orc while arm wrestling. And a pair of young orcs in swimwear hollering as they rush towards the banks of the Feline River. All around you, colourful signs and banners point towards festival booths, surrounded by cheering people. On this street alone, you can see a meat pie eating contest near a shop mounted on the back of a massive tortoise, and on the other side of the road, a banner emblazoned with the words, "Riddles and Rhymes, Unbeatable Riddles." That banner points towards a 3-story temple in the center of the jumble. The town is yours to explore. What would you like to do?
Well, I think as soon as I see the riddles,
That's
where
what I was looking at the riddles as well.
that's where I'd like to go.
Okay, sure.
That usually means shiny things
Mhm.
and whatnot.
I just
enjoy
love a
it.
good riddle.
Okay. So you head over to... Sorry, feel free to carry on while I just get this marker sorted out. So that's where you are. Okay, so you start heading down the street. You see a pie-eating competition underway right here, but you seem more interested in riddles at the moment. So you bypass the riddles and come.
If someone else wants to eat a pie on the way, and by all means.
I think Rourke really wants to eat the pies.
Yeah.
Are you hungry?
Definitely falling behind. He's just kind of distracted, standing there looking at the pies, and there's drool just kind of rolling down his chin.
So you think you'd be good at that?
I mean,
I bet you could eat a bunch of pies.
I could eat pies. Just hungry. Pies look good.
As you're passing the booth, you see this lady out the front. And she says, "You're looking for pie eating competition, are you? I'll tell you what, if you promise to enter my best pie eating competition, I'll give you a free pie to start. How does that sound?"
Do we have time for pie?
There's
time
always
for
time for
I'm
pie.
pretty sure we have time for everybody to do whatever they want, really.
Yep.
I eat pie.
Well, that's
It's a
good.
festival.
Have a free pie as long as you promise to enter the competition.
Enter the competition.
Well, eat this pie up first, then.
Rourke almost eats his fingers as he tries to devour the pie.
Okay, come back in 10 minutes, love, for the next competition. We'll be set to go. And Rourke, you, I assume, go with the riddle people as well, and you think, maybe I shouldn't have eaten a free pie before the pie eating competition. But, as
You're
the
gonna want
rest...
to purge that.
Do a couple laps around the block. You could burn it off.
Or just lift Kippa up and down a couple times.
Yeah, there you go. Strength training.
That's a good idea.
Yeah. Can't handle anything. So
The pie was delicious, by the way. Lots of meats and spice just perfectly. It's a delicious pie. But as the rest of you, maybe Rourke's taking along as well, you see an elderly goblin in blue robes presiding over a set of 3 tables. One table holds a wooden box. The second displays a glittering star map of the Exandrian sky. And a third rests on a row of coloured and a third rests on a row of coloured bottles. A banner hangs over the setup reads, "Test your wit with me against these riddles 3." And you see a goblin, kind of elderly, moving back and forth, talking to people who are trying to do the riddles.
I walk up. Hi. You're doing riddles? I'd like to try.
Of course, it's just a small matter of a silver piece required for entry, but of course.
Sure, no problem. Hand them the silver piece.
And what about some of your friends? They look like they might be interested.
Oh, absolutely. I will hand over a silver piece as well.
it's fine.
Rourke hands one over as well, but he's not really sure what he's paying for at this point.
It's
So
cool.
we
Keep
have-
it for the meats. Keep it for the pies.
So we have
Unless you want
Rourke.
to try to solve a riddle, man. There you go.
So there's Rourke, Alora. I think I heard Kipper as well. Anybody
Gaze
else?
once.
Yep.
Gaze. What about Ivana? Is this up your street?
I'm not really good at riddles, but I will watch you all.
Okay. So,
Okay.
so Rourke, Alora, Kipper, and Gage, you'll toss this goblin a key. And she says, okay, fantastic, the more the merrier. So, your first challenge is the Boxes Riddle. I'll just sit you up here. The instructions are all there on the table. And you see on this table is a locked wooden box and 4 metal keys. On a placard beside the box is written the following riddle in common. And you should see it in roll 20 there.
Yeah. Okay.
Well, I'm pretty sure they're talking about the metallic dragons. Which one does lightning? Because shock?
Or,
I'm pretty sure
So
it's
there's
asking for which of the metallic dragons does lightning. I think that's bronze.
I'm not sure.
Unless somebody else is reading something different.
Rourke holds up his.
I mean, can we tell anything about? Is there anything like unique about the keys besides the color? Or,
They're
like,
all
does anything from the key correspond to like the box or the lock?
the keys are all more or less the same shape in terms of the teeth inside the key. Speaking of the box, so you do have a closer examination of the box, and it reveals that its lock is shaped like a dragon with a fluted crest, and the edges of the box are decorating with engravings and of pearls and shells.
So it is about dragons. I think it's asking which one does lightning just because of a shock. That's the only real indication of what it's asking for. To me. But
Well, it says mistaken choice, so I think that means if you get it wrong, you get shocked.
yeah, but that means that if you get it right, lightning, shock, it'll counteract each other. At least that's what I think. But like that's the only clue it gives, and it's not, at least to me. But that
Pearls and
Oh, oh, oh,
shells.
oh, oh, oh. Ah, there's pie here. It's on my belly.
Well done, Mark.
There will be more there soon.
Yeah, I can wait. Gonna do great at that competition, I'm sure of it.
But I mean that's just what I think. But I don't know what anybody else is
I
thinking.
I don't
Pearls
have any
and
better ideas.
shells. Is there a dragon that frequents like hoarding that, like pearls and shells, or frequents the beach?
Pearls and shell, like what? Well, shells, pearls, and like or like the beach, the ocean.
Maybe it's like a hoard. What kind of dragon hoard is that? I don't know. I don't. I don't remember hearing about dragons that hoard specifically shells and pearls. Oh.
If it is the dragon that does lightning, which key is that?
I think it's bronze. I think the bronze dragon is the one that does lightning.
It's the best lead we have.
Is one of the keys bronze?
Yep, bronze, copper, silver, and gold.
Four.
I mean, that's what I think, but I don't want to make a choice for everyone.
I mean, I don't have any additional anything else really. But if you if you want to try to use that one.
Are you okay with this, Kippa?
Yeah, I mean, I feel the pearls and shells are kind of important, but I can't connect it, so I don't have any other ideas. So, yep, looks like it's the best choice.
Okay. So I guess I'll reach out and grab the bronze key and try to unlock the box.
Gonna kind of hide behind Rourke's head in case she gets shot.
Sure. So, Alora, you take the bronze key, and apart from the material it's made from, it looks more or less identical to the rest of them. And you put it in the locked wooden box. You give it a twist, and the box pops open. You are not shocked.
Oh, it's a relief. I really wasn't sure.
Did we win?
Well, you've successfully done the first one, and there's still 2 more riddles to go. Best of luck. And as you're kind of celebrating the fact that you got it, you can't help but notice that there's a drow elf, and he's kind of looking at you. And you notice on the edge of his fingers, it's slightly singed, as if he was shocked by lightning or something.
Oh.
And it kind of...
Are you all right? Do you need some help? I could help you. I'm pretty good at healing.
Is that what happens if you put the wrong key in?
No, I do not need healing, thank you very much. It is but a scratch. I will be fine. I'm interested in seeing how you do at the rest of the riddles. I didn't get the first one, but the subsequent ones were, I think, quite a joke and a little bit beneath me. So for now, I'll just observe. Let me see how you do on these other riddles.
Feel free to come over and observe.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not sure how we'll do, but we'll see.
Well, I will observe, but I will not give you any clues or hints. I'm sure you understand.
Of course not. I wouldn't expect you to. We're doing this as a group. It's under our effort, not yours.
Oh, I appreciate that. It is good to see someone with an intellect who can hold their own. My name, by the way, is Galciriad Ardith. The pleasure is all mine.
Galciriad?
Yes.
Well, I'm Alora Silverhollow. Lovely to meet you.
Nice to meet you too. Are these And who are you? Do you always piggyback around your friend? Are you his slave, perhaps? Talking to Rourke and Kipper.
Sorry, I was for a moment AFK. So sorry.
So he says, Galcidiad
So sorry.
Ardith, he looks towards Rourke and Kipper. You seem to be riding this creature. Is it your slave, perhaps?
Rourke? No! He's my companion. He's my friend. He's gonna hide behind the head.
And he
I
carries...
advised today.
Oh, I see. Can't help but notice you are not participating in this competition. You are a slow of
I
wit, perhaps?
participate. I participated.
Well, barely. Anyway, as I said, I will observe and see how well you do.
Oh, okay. I'll turn to the goblin and be like, I guess we're ready for the next one.
Oh, yes. Come over here to the star map. Instructions are right there. Help yourself. And you see a star map that looks like the sky overhead. It's a fairly close representation. And you see the following riddle, once again, written in common. 2 birds sit in a speckle field. One silver and calm, one scarlet with woe. Nigh all year the red one yields to silver's illusions, mischief, and sheltering glow.
And this is on a star map?
Yes.
What are we trying to solve exactly? What? I mean, I think I know what the riddle's talking about, but what are we trying to solve?
You must correctly identify the birds of the riddle and point them out on the star map.
Oh, all right. Well, guys, this is really in my wheelhouse. Cause you know, Moonweaver and all that. Moons. There's
I was
2
going to
of
say
them.
as well, like my spell focus is literally a star map.
There's 2 moons in Exandria. One is white, and one is red. And the red one isn't very bright very often. It's only every couple months or so that it even shines brightly. So I think it's talking about Catha and Ruidius. That's what I think. How about you?
That's more of an idea than I had.
Well, I mean, Catha is very closely associated with my goddess. You know, illusions and mischief, I guess. Although I wouldn't consider myself very mischievous.
I mean, you got the last one right for us.
But Rourke is not the appropriate time to be talking about your butt.
Always the appropriate time.
It's a celestial body. I thought it fit.
I mean, you could set a tankard on that thing.
Well, I think I'm just gonna reach out because I'm pretty certain, at least with this riddle, that and I'm gonna point at Catha and Ruidius if they're on the star map, which hopefully they are. They're big giant moons.
Yep. You're the quick-witted Icy. That is exactly right, the answer. Catha and Ruidius. Congratulations. You've solved the second riddle. And Galcidiad comes up and says, well, that one was quite elementary, wasn't it? Any fool could have solved that one. But I guess congratulations are in order. Well done.
Well, it helps when you have a close relationship with Catha.
Just Catha, not Ruidius?
Well, I'm still We're learning, but mostly Katha.
Pray tell, don't tell. Do you have any basic superstitions of the commoner, shall we say, that Druidius is the moon of ill omen? Do you subscribe to such a petty superstition as the commoners do?
No, not particularly. It's more that Katha is associated with my goddess, so I just feel a closer relationship with that moon than with Druidius.
Interesting. Well, I must say, as I said, it was quite a rudimentary rudimentary puzzle. But I will be surprised if you get the next one. So all I can do is wish you luck, and I shall observe.
Well, I'll do my best. I mean, not really for you, but for me. So, yeah. Anyways.
But of course. Okay. So, okay, so for the third riddle, there's a table with 7 small bottles filled. The first one is a purple bottle. The second one is a green bottle. Third one is a sky blue bottle. The fourth one is a white bottle. Fifth, purple bottle. Sixth, green bottle. And bottle 7, the last one, is a red bottle. And Galceriad says, well, I think this one will test your method a little bit more, shall I say. Anyway, nothing else to say, but good luck. And in front of the coloured liquids is the following riddle in common.
Righty. Okay, so the first one says, 2 of us are brewed from blight.
I'm literally trying to write this down and figure it out.
I wrote down the colors, so in order. So, and always sat to purple's right. So number 2 is the purple's right, which is the green one. So you don't want that one,
So
and you don't want the other green one because those are both to the right. And then 3 are juice and 1 burns like flame. No 2 colors taste the same. Even flasks hold not but pain. So 2, 4, and 6 are out. And then it says shade of sky will leave a stain. So the blue one's out. Though tasty are those at each end, neither is the winner's friend, so 1 and 7. Which just leaves the second purple, number 5. That's what I got. I don't know if anybody else.
What?
Juice, prints like flame.
Yeah, I got the same exact thing. That's I'm fairly confident it's purple.
It's the purple at 5.
The second purple specifically.
Yes, so bottle 5 purple. That's what I got.
Yeah.
But if you're so confident in your conclusions, then perhaps you should drink from the bottle.
I'm letting Kippa see if he agrees. We're doing it as a group.
Friend. Apostle for the animal. Gain the light to claim your prize.
Well, I think we have to drink whichever one we choose.
Yeah. I've triple checked my work. I'm pretty sure it's the I'm almost like 100% certain it's the purple one.
Yeah, I think it's the purple one, second purple, number 5, also.
Well, if everybody's agreeing on it,
Did you get
Let's-
something different? Okay.
it makes sense. It just maybe I'm reading too much into it, like on the first one. Yep. And he's gonna cop off and keep up. Just gonna walk to the potion and be like, and try to reach it. But you know,
I'll hand it to you. Do you want to drink it or do you want me to? I don't mind.
I'll chug it. And yeah, he's just gonna drink the bottle 5, the purple bottle, right?
Okay. So, I imagine Kipper takes a deep breath, drinks from the bottle, and you feel a nice warmth settling in your stomach, Kipper, and your skin starts emitting a dim, silvery light out to a range of 5 feet. And the golem's, you got it! Congratulations! That was the correct answer. And he gives Kipper a slap on the back. Well done! Now, because you're such clever little folks, all of you, I have a prize for you. And he hands Rourke, Alora, Kipper, and Gaze a little medal. And it's painted to look like the head of a fox. And he says, this here is a medal of wit. I pray tell that it serves you well. Now, of all those people that I mentioned, you'll see at the bottom of your adventure journal, there should be a thing appear called appendices, and underneath that, Appendix C, Medals of Merit. And you should see something in there called a Medal of Wit.
I do.
Where's that in?
So right where it has the adventure journal, it should have the heroes at the start with Ivana, Kipper, Rourke, and so on listed.
I have campaign.
The tab next to
appendices. Right.
I think it's the third tab. Journal. Those things across the top. It says journal.
Yeah, I don't have one that says journal. I
Yeah.
have a game log, and I have a...
on Roll20, not beyond.
Oh, on Roll20.
Oh yeah, roll 20.
So
Yes,
on
sorry.
Roll20, there's like the tabs across the top. It's the one that looks like a little newspaper.
Yep.
It's like at the very top of the chat window.
Yeah. I just posted an image of what it looks like in Discord.
Clicked on the newspaper one where... in appendices? Gotcha.
Yep.
Okay.
Then Appendix C. You should see a Medal of Wit there.
19. Add that to my inventory.
Okay, cool.
Do you have it, Laura?
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
so take note. Medal of it. Angal Sidiad. He comes up to you and says, well, that was quite impressive. I imagine congratulations are in order.
Oh, thanks.
It was all Rourke, if we're being honest. Like, he got the medal.
Well, he got
Well, he did pay the coin,
Yep.
so...
well, he did definitely enjoy his pie. I noticed you're eating various parts upon your person.
Yeah, time for more pie. Let's go. You coming?
No, I will not be joining you in the pie eating competition, I'm afraid. But I must say, despite my surprise, you look like a bunch of simple commoners, but your cunning is somehow a cut above everyone else in this backwater. Do you plan on participating in the grand finale at sundown? I'd be more than interested in testing my wits against you.
Well, what's the grand finale?
Oh, it is your first time at the Festival of Merit.
Oh,
Well, at the end of the day, once the festivities start dying down, the two several people are connected and assigned to teams. And the teams compete for the grand prize at the end of the festival. Now, what is the grand prize? I cannot say. It changes from year to year. What is the competition where wits and physical might will be pitted against one another? That also I cannot say. That changes from year to year. But it'd be a pleasure to see you at the closing ceremonies regardless.
Same to you. Thank you.
Thank
Are
you.
you part of another team? Are
Oh,
they? I'm guessing they're around here somewhere.
I have friends around here. There's Maggie. Hard to miss Maggie, being she's like a 12-foot tall ogre. She kind of stands out. We also have Irvin, human. Now, Irvin's a good type. I think he's a little insecure about the wispy beard that he wears. He wants to be older than he is. And then we have Ayo. Ayo is, shall we say, the leader of our group. Fiercely proud, fiercely determined. And finally we have Dermot, a young goblin. I believe he's quite passionate about the Luxon and conducts and worships appropriately. I'm sure you'll see them round. They tend to stand out. But anyway, I'll let them introduce themselves if you happen to bump into them. And good day. I hope to meet you at the closing ceremonies. Good day to you.
We'll have drinks afterwards.
Good day.
Yes, for sure. And Galciriad wanders off into the crowd, heading kind of south.
Well, I think it's time for Rourke's eating contest.
Are these medals like amulets, like necklaces, or like little hand medals?
Necklaces.
Oh, I'm totally wearing it.
Sure. Yep. So it sounds as if you want to go off to the pie eating competition next. And you see the same half-orc, orc in fact, lady serving out these pies. And the savoury scents of meat, pastries, and spices fill the air around a 3-story building mounted on the back of a gigantic tortoise. A cooking stand and a festival stage with a long table are set up at the tortoise's feet, where an orc stands over a massive oven. She bustles from the oven to the stage and back, placing delicious-looking hand pies at each seat and stacking more on a cooling rack nearby. People are already gathered onto the stage, including a scrawny young man with brown hair and a scuffy beard. As you approach, the orc calls out in a loud voice, "Well, come to sample the best pies this side of the wastewaters, yes? I sell 'em for meals up there, but I'm running pie eating competitions down here all day. If you've got an orc-sized stomach, that is. So, you're a big fella," she says, approaching Rourke. "You look like you've already had a pie. I'm sure you'd like to eat some more pies. Tell me I'm wrong."
You're not wrong.
All right. Silver piece or the pies you can eat.
It's my lucky day. He hands over the silver.
Okay. What about the rest of you, your friends? Or anybody else interested in having pies?
Oh, no thank you.
I'm on a diet.
I think I will lose, but hey, that's why we're here. And I'll
There you go.
just throw in a piece as well.
All right. What about you, Tabaxi? Tabaxis can put many pies away, despite them being as skinny as anything. What do you say?
No pies for me, thank you.
No pies? Oh, what about you? She says, pointing at Ivana. You look like you could put away some pies. Just a silver piece. Think of it as a cheap meal.
You know what? I'll try it.
Ah, that's
Let
the
loose a little
spirit.
bit.
Fantastic.
Ivana! And as Ivana leaves to go up to the competing area, I'm gonna cast guidance.
Are you doing it subtly?
I'm putting a hand on her and I'm just saying, may the Moonweaver be with you. They do it a lot.
Okay, so Ivana, you have guidance. That was for Ivana, right? Alora?
Yes, it's for Ivana.
Okay, and she gestures towards the raised platform in the cooking station. And as I said, 3 people are seated there already. There's a male drow. Taking notes so I don't lose track. There's a male drow. There's a female halfling who looks very slight. If you've seen the videos of Matt Stoney on YouTube, you know that skinny little people are at no disadvantage. And the human with a scruffy beard and a mop of black hair. Mop of brown hair, sorry. Alright, says the orc in charge of the pie eating competition. So the rules are, eat as many pies as you can. The last person standing wins. Alright. And she places the pie in front of Rourke, Kipper, Ivana, the drow, the halfling, and this human. Now, Kipper, Ivana, and the drow, and the halfling, and the human, you eat the first pie, no problem. Rourke, however, you've already got a pie in your stomach. It's a little bit trickier for you. So, can you make me a constitution check, please, Rourke? As this is your second pie. Okay, but no problem. So you all devour the first pie, no problem whatsoever. They said nobody needs a roll except for Rourke. And Irvin, as the guy next to Ivana, says, "Oh, you can put away a pie, can't you? That is mighty impressive. You think you can last the distance?" That was to Ivana.
Oh, sorry. I had some food in my mouth. I had to finish.
Well, no problem, friend.
in the gate, or were you eating another pie, or
Is it a real life pie or not? So,
it's a cake?
oh, so I noticed you put that pie quite quickly, friend. Do you think you can last the distance?
Probably not, but this is fun.
Come on, mate. Confidence is everything.
Yeah, that's fair. But also guidance does a lot for you.
Well, I don't know where you're getting your guidance from, but good luck to you. My name's Irvin Wastewalker, by the way. What's your name, friend?
My name is Ivana. Nice to meet you, Irvin.
Pleasure to make your acquaintance too, mate. Pleasure to make your acquaintance. And with that, the orc places another set of pies in front of all of you. And I need everybody to make a constitution check again, please.
And just remember, guidance, you can use it on any check of your choice for the next minute. But that's a concentration one.
Can I use it, Ivana?
Minutes passed.
Yeah.
You can save it if she wishes.
But like,
The last
how long
one.
how long does it take to eat a pie, though?
I don't know, that's a DM question.
Yep.
If guidance lasts for a minute, you can use it on this roll if you wish, Ivana. So I don't really see a downside in rolling a d4. Okay, so Kipper, this young little kobold, just gobbles it through no problem. Ivana gobbles it through no problem. The male drow, he just
Oh my.
gobbles it up no problem. The little halfling gobbles it up, no problem. And Irvin Wastewater. Man, they're just killing it.
I kind of nudge Alora and be like, I think Rourke's gonna blow.
and Rourke, explain to me how you fail at eating this pie, Rourke.
No.
I have an eating problem. It misses my mouth a lot.
Irvin says, well, some of it went into your mouth, mate. Then it came straight back out again.
I could put it back in. It tasted good the first time.
And the orcs, that's not how it works, friend. Anything that goes down must stay down. You're out of here.
It was good pie.
And it was good pie, by the way. Nice, delicate pastry, crisp on the top, crisp on the bottom, and beautifully scented meats inside of all of it. Right, next round it is. And the orc places out a pie in front of everybody, except for, of course, Rourke, who is out. I need everybody to please make me another Constitution saving throw.
Wait. Rourke raises his hand. I know I already lost, but can I just have another pie? I mean, I can compete just to eat.
Make a persuasion check.
Oh no, Kippa.
Oh no.
Oh, that was good, Ravana.
I tell you what, friend. Throw in another cold piece and you can continue. But the next time you throw up, you're out. No second chances. But you're not gonna win, but you can eat. Fair?
For a gold piece?
Silver. I don't know what I said, but yeah, silver piece.
Ah, yeah. I'll do that. I'll keep eating.
Okay, make a Constitution saving throw, Rourke.
The pie is the winning.
You gobble down the third pie, I think it is. No problem. Now let's see. The drow starts gobbling his down. And the drow just lets out a huge burp followed by a mess of chewed up meat and pastries. And he goes, this is so goddamn embarrassing. And he gets off and leaves. The halfling. Oh man, the halfling. Just almost chewing it in one bite, defying the laws of physics. And Irvin says, oh, this is so easy. This is so easy, man. This is no... Blah! And Irvin just barfs. And he says, oh, it's all good and fun. And he grabs an ale from a nearby table and just sculls it in one. And he goes, Ray! Doesn't seem upset
There
at
you
all by
go.
losing.
Get it all out. Bounce back.
And now I believe it is just Ivana versus the halfling. And the halfling, who's barely broken a sweat, she looks over at you, Ivana, and says, hey, you're pretty good at putting away the pies. Do you want a little wager on the side to see who wins it?
Sure. That would be fun.
You
What
rich
do
man?
you wager?
About 5 gold pieces. What do you say? Winner takes all.
Ivana doesn't break eye contact, but grabs from her pouch 5 gold pieces and then slowly dinks them onto the table, stacking them.
The female halfling also gets 5 gold pieces, and doing the way they're doing those poker tournaments, she kind of shuffles them together in a stack and pushes it next to you. Says, ha! Well, may the best eater win, my friend. Let's do this. And the orc puts 2 more pies in front of Ivana and the halfling. Now, these are getting more and more difficult to eat as you go, Ivana. But make me another Constitution saving throw. Oh!
I mean, you can. Well,
Well,
It
it's
could be worse.
well. Let's see how the halfling does.
Wow.
Hey,
We both get it in and then stare at each other before it just comes gutting out.
that looks rough.
And the orc says, "All right. We need a winner. We can't have this draw. I mean, I didn't see what happened, but that looked pretty much you're both barfing at the same time." And the female halfling up to this point, who is being just perfect, she just wipes the gunk off her face and says, "You want to go again, friend? Come on, we got to settle this one way or the other."
I think you forgot to give me a pie that turn.
Oh, sure. Let's see how you do it. You make a Constitution saving throw, Rourke. Oh, yep. You gobble down the pie as Ivana and this halfling puke. So, you interested? One more round. Let's settle this one way or the other. You in? Says to Ivana.
Let's do it.
All right. And the orc brings out another round of pies. Okay, everybody, Ivana and Rourke, make a Constitution saving throw. Let's see what the halfling does.
My goodness.
And this little slight halfling just demolishes the last pie.
Holy
I mean, I'm sorry, Ivana, but go halfling. We're awesome.
Let me tell you, the secret is not to have a big belly, but to have a well-exercised belly. And this halfling lifts up her shirt, and she's just got this immaculate six-pack on her tiny little tummy. And look, it's so well-defined, you feel you could grate cheese on it. It is that well-defined.
Wow, what's your workout regimen?
Yep. 50 sit-ups every day. You do wonders. Strong stomach. Not a fat stomach, a strong stomach.
I think I could do about one sit-up, and that's sitting up from bed.
The halfling holds out a little hand to Ivana and said, "Well played, friend. Well played."
Very well played. This is belonging to you. As she drops the coins in her hands. Now, you can tell me, as Ivana leans in, is your father a bag of holding?
No, but I feel I have a stomach of holding.
Fair enough.
But well played, friend. Well played. And the female halfling pockets up these 10 gold pieces, goes down, and you see other contestants like the drow and Irvin kind of got these bulging stomachs. Like, these aren't handheld pies, they're proper sized pies. So it's not trivial. But this halfling just demolished it and won the competition.
Can I have one more pie?
Make a persuasion
Or you
check.
should stop while you're ahead.
Persuasion
Just had
check.
that hiccup early on. I've been good ever since.
I tell you what, this is what we'll do. I'll make you a special deal since you're so well into it. If you manage to eat 2 successful pies, 2 more pies, I will give you the same medal that I'm about to give this halfling. What do you say? Drop me a silver, eat 2 more pies, and I'll call you. I'll give you the same medal I gave to the halfling. What do you say?
Heck yes.
Okay, so silver piece. She puts another pie in front of you. And a couple of people come up to the group of you, and they come up to Gazers. "Hey, what's your friend's name up there? The big guy. What's his name?"
Oh, that's Rourke. He's awesome.
Rourke.
He's
And
going to
this-
put away these pies. Watch.
And the human next to you starts saying, "Rourke! Rourke! Rourke! Rourke!" And the rest of the crowd around us starts chanting, "Rourke! Rourke! Rourke!" Even Irvin Waste was saying, "Rourke! Rourke! Rourke!"
Oh,
Rourke,
you got
as,
this.
Mechanics, real quick. Am I supposed to be rolling just a check or a save?
Constitution save.
I just realized I've been rolling the check the whole time. It could have been
no.
better.
Yeah.
Oh!
Oh,
Rock! 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 How do you fail, Rock?
My pie!
Oh, well, bit of luck next time, friend. That's the best I can do. But, yeah, you're looking good there for a second little stumble. Strong finish, or strong middle. Weekend, no middle for you, friend. And,
It's okay, I'm taking the second pie.
How much for one of those pies to go?
5 copper pieces.
I'll take one.
All right. And you see the orc in front of the competition. She places this medal around the halfling. And it's shaped, like you guessed it, a meat pie. And what does the meat pie do if you ate it? If you use the middle of the meat pie? You will never know. And Irvin comes
I
up.
think Ivana was right. I think it turned you into a bag of holding.
Irvin comes up and slaps Ivana hard on the back. Ha! You did pretty well up there, friend. Good job. Strong second place. Well done.
Many things.
Maybe afterwards, festival over, maybe we could share a few beers. What do you say?
Absolutely not. You are not my type. But I appreciate the offer.
Oh, I wasn't asking you out on a date, but sure. Okay, that's a little bit awkward, but yeah, I guess I'll be seeing you guys around. And Irvin, with his scruffy beard, disappears into the crowd.
I thought it was a little rude.
That's how you do it. Keep them on their toes.
Who on their toes? And why? You could just be nice.
This
Oh,
is
that
true.
was awesome.
I just want to make it clear to everybody that didn't give a silver to join the competition. The crumbs in my fur are mine. Don't touch them.
Well, I think there's more things to do. So, I guess we can see what other kind of activities there.
Yeah.
Do we see any?
I cannot
signs
go on
or
pies
anything?
anymore.
What you see, just from your position, you see over here some rice paddy fields and some competitions going over there. Looks like ploughing and gathering of grain. You see a maze down here near the wharf. You see a bunch of, I think I said this already, horizon-back turtles here. And over here appears to be an arm wrestling competition happening.
Well, I think
perps up. Sorry, go ahead.
I definitely want to check out the maze and the turtles. I think those are both on my list.
Yeah, I feel like the mind-based characters are gravitating to one, and we got pie eating contests and arm wrestling, and
Maybe we just
Orc
switch
might
it
be
up.
able to see over the maze. How big is the maze?
Let's just loop around and do them all.
Yeah, we could just hit each one.
You guys need a little walk off with those pies too. Jeez, you stink.
So where do we want to go first? I guess.
Lead
Long as
on,
we-
Alora. Wherever you
I
want to
guess as
go
long-
is fine.
Well, don't make me lead, please. I mean, as long as I get to do the
let's
things I
check the
want.
maze. Let's check out the maze.
Okay. I
Okay.
don't like making decisions, guys.
So you wander
You're
the
so
street
good at it.
of Jigao some more. You pass the riddles, and you come down to the maze. So near the entrance to the festival grounds, which I guess is over here, a maze has been constructed out of 4 foot tall woods of wooden planks lashed together with ropes and propped up between sandbags. Banners are hung over the openings to the maze, signifying the entrance and the exit. The passages of the maze are 5 feet wide. Off to the side, a tan-feathered Aarakocra sits on a chair 30 feet above the ground, giving him a vantage point where he can see the whole arena. A small crowd is cheering on and heckling the people inside. Near the entrance is an ogre in leather armor and is encouraging a reluctant goblin in a breastplate to give the maze a try. Now let me just show some pictures. So this is what the little goblin looks like. And this is what the ogre looks like. Now we'll point out that the ogre, this is literally a 12-foot tall ogre. And you can't help but overhearing this very tall ogre talking to this friend. So he's saying, "Look, Dermot, like, this is my chance to shine. I think I've worked out the maze. People think of me as a simple oaf, but I'm not. I'm smart, I know things. But look at the size of me. I can't possibly do this maze by myself. So why don't you give it a go? And I'll give you some basic guidance before you enter in." And the goblin responds, I don't know, Maggie. I'll give it a go, but I fear your instructions maybe lead to a dead end. But help me as much as you can, and I'll give it a go. No problem. And with that, the goblin starts entering the maze. And we'll see how he does. Make a roll for him. And in a matter of a minute or so, he comes out the other side as, "You were right, Maggie. You are quite the smart one, aren't you?" And Maggie says, "Yeah, that's all right. People see my size, laugh at my name, but this is step one in proving them wrong." And you see the Aarakocra fly down from its 30-foot perch and put a medal on Dermot's chest. And it's shaped like a maze. What would you guys like to do?
I'm gonna walk up, and is there somebody like at the entrance to the maze?
Yep, the Aarakocra sweeps down and lands in front of the maze. "Oh, hello. Are you interested in taking on the maze?"
I mean, I'd certainly like to try.
"Well, of course. Now, it costs 3 silver pieces to participate in this challenge. Now, you have one shot. If you find yourself in a dead end, forget about it. You lose. So just be aware of that. One wrong turn, and you're out. Do I make myself clear?"
Perfectly clear.
So I'll be watching from up on my perch, keeping an eye to make sure you don't get up to any shenanigans, shall we say. And best of luck to you. And I assume you give him the 3 gold pieces, 3 silver pieces.
Yes, I hand him over the 3 silver pieces, and before I enter, I give myself a little prayer, a little guidance from the Moonweaver, and then I take a deep breath and step into the maze.
Okay, so you walk into the maze and start navigating. Can you make me a survival check, please?
Alrighty. Ooh, that was good. Plus my D4.
Sure. So with a 25, with this Aarakocra carefully watching you, you effortlessly go through the maze. No problem at all.
That was fun.
Nice job.
And she hands you a beautiful medal which has artwork. This is what the middle looks like.
Oh, that's lovely.
And the Aarakocra, well, I'll explain to you in a moment once we see who else is successfully going to do the mage lore. So I'll tell you what that does in a second. But the Aarakocra lies down there. So who else would like to do the maze? You see how easy it is.
Oh yeah.
Simple navigation check. So who would like to do it?
I mean, I've seen the lore go through the swamp, so I know it's not that easy. But sure, I'll go for it.
So three
Here, have a little guidance.
3 silver pieces, please. And my good kobold. And yes,
All right.
best of luck to you, but keep in mind I'll be watching closely. No shenanigans. No tomfoolery.
Never.
She says never as she taps her on the shoulder and gives some guidance. Survival
Oh, yeah,
check,
I'll
please.
myself guidance since I have it as well. I keep forgetting I have it.
Okay.
You're just tapping the small kobold.
Kipper, survival check.
Survival it is. Plus guidance. 15 is respectable.
15 is respectable enough. You effortlessly, not quite as effortlessly as Elora, you almost make a wrong turn, but you can't come out the other side. And the Aarakocra lands down and says, well, it seems we have some quite intelligent creatures this time. So congratulations, young
Here
kobold.
you go, Pippa.
And she places
Yay, Kappa!
the middle of it. Oh, don't be so hasty, but here it is. Congratulations. Who else would like to have a go? See how easy it is? Like
I
candy.
try.
All right.
I'll brush a hand on your elbow before you head in and give you a little guidance.
Work. Make a survival check.
Well,
Oh, yep, 3 silver. Yep, thanks for that. And a D4.
4, go on.
14. You start wandering through the maze, Rourke, and you're about to make a wrong turn. But you feel something brush on your shoulder, and you swear you saw some moonlight or something hit you, and you take the opposite direction. And with the help of guidance from beyond, you successfully navigate the mage. And the Aarakocra swoops down once again and says, well, congratulations. That was quite magnificent. Here, you too may have a medal. Good job.
Good job, Rourke.
Getting all the medals. Yes.
Anybody else would be interested in doing this challenge? It seems to be that it's quite easy. Anybody else?
Yes.
Yeah.
Who is that?
That would be me.
Gaze. Well, it's nice to see a fellow Aarakocra. I'm sure you
No, we're
weren't.
around here apparently.
A little bit unusual to see one.
Well, it's a pleasant surprise.
Now, I'm just going to ask you as a player, is it obvious what's up with Gaze's wings to a fellow Aarakocra?
No, I mean, they still, he could still move them and whatnot. They just don't function, basically.
But they look normal.
They're not like, withered or anything like that.
Okay. Well, yes, a pleasure to see a fellow Aarakocra, but no favoritism, right? Can't be accused of being favoritism. Same rules apply for you. I'll watch from above. Dead end. Forget about it. Okay,
Alrighty.
off you go. Waiting for it.
Well, I think
4.
he can guide himself.
Yeah, I did. I had guidance on myself.
Okay.
Oh, that's not going to matter.
I'll roll a d4.
Oh.
You find yourself at a dead end. You see the Aarakocra kind of watching the crowd looking for more potential things. You're not sure, but you might be able to sneak your way out of this. You're at a dead end, but maybe if you could stealth your way out of the situation, you might still make it. But it's your choice. You can either accept your fate or try and sneak your way through.
Well, you know what? I'll just accept my fate, and I will. Can I just try it again?
You eventually make your way out of the maze after hitting the dead end, and the Aarakocra rolls down and says, well, yes, definitely I can't be accused of favoritism, so I'm afraid no medal for you, my fellow Aarakocra.
Cool. I got one already.
I'm sorry,
Pistol.
Gaze.
It happens. There's a reason I wasn't the navigator.
Okay.
Rourke, can you make me an insight check, please? Ooh.
Oh,
Nice.
my.
Let me just whisper something back to you. Oops. Accidentally clicked on something I wasn't meant to there, but that's all right.
That was a massive insight.
Let me just type this out. Okay, did you get that, Rourke?
Yep.
Okay, so that's what you get with your natural 20.
Okay, so did I notice? I guess my question was more did I notice the interaction beforehand where Maggie gave Dermot instructions?
Yeah, but that would be obvious to everybody. Like you saw Maggie doing a lot of study of the maze beforehand, and then passing on hints to Dermot.
So I want to walk over to Maggie and hand Maggie my medal and say, "I got this through luck, but it looked like you really knew maze. Here, I think this should go to you."
Are you
Nice.
sure, friend? And I'm too big to go into the maze. Notice you're a bit of a tight squeeze yourself, but are you sure you want to do that?
Positive. Us big folk have to stick together, right?
Oh, make a persuasion check, Rourke. Must politely refused. I really appreciate the offer, though. That's really nice of you. Most people just treat me as a bit of an oaf, but showing great respect. You keep the medal, but I appreciate that your help for sure. So thank you. What's your name, friend?
Kippa. Oh wait, no. My name's Rourke.
Are you
I'm
sure?
Kippa.
Oh, you're a Kipper. Oh, nice to meet you, Kipper.
Forgetting your name already, Rourke.
I say his name more than mine.
That's fair.
Are you planning to participate at the end of festival celebrations?
We're thinking about it.
I was kind of talking to your friend Rourke here, miss, but
Sorry.
so Rourke.
I had a lot of pie. I don't know if I'll last that long.
Oh, you do look us up. Not to think. And I apologize. I didn't mean to be rude, miss. I was just talking to your friend here.
All right.
Right. And as you say this, Dermot comes up to you and says, I notice, judging by your garb, you're a bit of a magic user or a divine. You're attuned with the divine spirits, I see. Is that true?
I mean, yes.
Yes, and if I might be so bold, who do you worship?
Well, the Moonweaver, but also, Melora, the Wild Mother. But the Moonweaver has blessed me.
So tell me, what does the Moonweaver preach? What do you learn from the Moonweaver?
Well, I'm still new, but I think it's about being flexible and creative in how you approach things, and how to I guess, interact peacefully with the world, but also doing things that are good for you.
Well, you see, that's very interesting. You see, I worship the Luxon. Not sure if you're familiar with it, but I try and hold myself up to the greatest moral standards possible. Something I take a lot of pride in, making the right decisions even when people aren't watching. Tell me, but this Moonweaver goddess of yours, does your goddess encourage cheating?
Encourage cheating?
Yes.
What? Doesn't encourage cheating, but she encourages creative use of your knowledge and your power.
What I saw is you giving your friends a little helping hand. It wasn't technically breaking the rules of the competition, perhaps, but it's definitely against the spirit of the competition.
A helping hand from your friend, and isn't that the entire spirit of this competition?
People are...
your friends?
Oh, that's just an intelligent way of doing it. He has a higher vantage point than me, and he's helping a friend. Nothing was done in secret. No,
I didn't do anything in secret.
Well, maybe
I gave them a blessing when they entered.
Maybe you should do it in secret next time, because it looked like cheating to me.
Well, if I did it in secret, that would imply it was cheating. And it wasn't.
Sure, you're saying you're not...
give your friend a medal since he's the one that won it.
Well, if you're not so sensible as to cheat in the shadows, then perhaps you're not a very good cheat then.
I didn't cheat.
Let's just agree to disagree, shall we?
Well, I mean, okay, I just don't appreciate the accusation. And I'm going to walk away.
Okay. So let me make a note of this.
I want to say to Dermot.
Yes?
Did you see I was trying to be respectful to your companion here and be kind to your companion?
Did you notice that? Yes, Maggie's a good type.
Did you see how you were not respectful or kind to my companion?
I was just pointing out the obvious. If she wasn't probably, you could argue, maybe within the rules of the competition, but definitely not within the spirit of the competition, shall we say.
I pat him on the head very condescendingly and turn and walk away.
Dermot doesn't like being patted on the head at all. And he kind of... Let's get out of here, Maggie. Are you sure, Dermot? They seem like quite nice people. I don't think it was really against the spirit of... Look, let's just go. And Dermot and Maggie leave the area. And the Aarakocra sweeps down one more time, kind of observing this. Well, that's got a little tense. I've never seen people argue like that after a competition. Would anybody else like to participate in this maze? Test your battle of wits. Anybody else?
Sure. I'll give it a go.
I would give you guidance, but I'm not there anymore. I left.
Okay, Mist. Make a survival check.
Not good.
Kipa will. Oh, that's not work. For the sake of flavor, Kipa will see that you don't have anyone guiding you, so he's gonna cast Mending, so that you feel something on your clothes or something, and then.
You just get a little bit more smart there, Mist. You do find yourself heading into a dead end. You think you might be able to sneak through the gaze of the Aarakocra looking down on you. Do you accept your fate, or do you press on through?
I never accept the odds.
Excuse me. Excuse me, no. Not allowed, I'm afraid.
Fine.
You can try and crouch down if you like, but I see everything. Go through. I'm sorry, no medal for you, and I don't appreciate you trying to sneak under my eyes. But good try. What about you, miss? The Aarakocra lands in front of Ivana. What does Ivana say?
Last time I tried to travel on my own, I ended up hostage.
Oh, hold up, buddy. Hold up, buddy. Your mic just started cracking uncontrollably. Not sure if you got a loose cable or something, but that was unintelligible.
Sorry, this is better.
Still a lot of static sound in the background.
Yeah, but yeah.
Nope.
Lower the volume a moment.
The old reconnect.
I want to believe that that's what Ivana was saying. Just static to the poor Aarakocra.
Rourke does want to try to catch up to Alora and make sure she's not too upset.
Okay, let's see if Ivana. Try again.
How do I sound now?
Ah, perfect. Perfect.
Much better.
So we'll pick it up. The Aarakocra comes down and says, how about you, miss? Would you like to test your wits against the maze?
Oh no, I'm not really good at navigation. Last time I tried to do that on my own, I ended up in an enemy encampment. Not that fun.
Well, there's no downside, but I respect your decision. And then the Aarakocra kind of starts trying to drum up more business. And Rourke, you're catching up to Alora?
Yep.
Okay.
Probably isn't very hard. She probably walked away pretty quick, but then started slowing down and eventually probably just stopped in the middle of the road. Just standing there.
I just walk up to her and say, "That guy jerk."
Oh, you didn't have to follow me, Rourke.
You friend, your guidance good. That guy jerk.
I mean, I was just trying to help. I don't feel helpful often. So I'm sorry. I didn't mean. I wasn't trying to cheat. I didn't think I was cheating. I'm sorry.
You help a lot. You want some pie? And Rourke starts kind of trying to look for big crumbs.
Oh no, it's all right, Rourke. Thank you. That's all right. I guess I just need a moment. Gather my thoughts.
Okay, I stand here gathered.
Okay, Rourke. Thank you. She's just going to take another moment before, I guess, walking back towards the rest of the group.
Okay. And just as... so we had Alora, Kipper, and Rourke successfully navigating the maze. Gaze and Mist tried but failed. So Alora, Kipper, and Rourke. Same thing as before. If you go to Roll20 and look in the appendices, you'll see a middle of the maze. and what the middle of the maze does. You all got that?
Yes, I have it.
Okay, so take a note of that. Okay, so you'll gather up approximately, just outside the maze, shall we say. What would you like to do? What you would like to do, in fact, is actually take a short 5-minute break. I need to use the bathroom, so let's take a 5-minute break, and we'll pick up there after that. Sounds good?
All right, sounds good.
Sounds good.
So let's take 5. Okay, so let's get back into it. What would you, as yet unnamed mighty band of adventurers, wish to do?
What's right down next to us by the maze?
Okay, let's say you wander down onto the wharf just to have a little bit of look, see what's going on. And you see several people arguing amongst themselves and venting their ire at a spry goblin who responds to their anger with an amused expression. Suddenly, a brash voice cuts through the chatter, and a blue-skinned woman pushes her way through the crowd and stands protectively in front of the goblin, yelling, "She's not going to say it again. If you're here with a team, only one member of your team can participate in this challenge. The rules are clear. If you can't handle it, get off the pier!" And after a couple of seconds, small groups of people quietly murmur amongst themselves. And the person who is doing the shouting and organizing it, even though she doesn't appear to be one of the organizers, looks like this. And you also see the drow that you met earlier, Galciriad.
Calcidiad.
Yeah, this guy, once again, he's with them as well.
I'll just call him Gal.
Well, let's see what happens if you call him Gal to his face. And you see Ayo saying, "Oh, are these people... disorganized. This goblin is plainly out of her depth. Well, I got things organized, but I'm going to take a swim. I'll compete in this event. Wish me luck." And Galciriad says, "Well, I would wish you luck, Ayo, but I know you're quite good at these things. So, yes, I don't think luck is necessary. I'm sure you'll win." And Ayo kind of smiles. Says, "You are not wrong. I should win this easily." And she starts getting ready on the side of the pier. You also see a male orc, a female human, and a male goblin all getting ready to do this challenge. You see each of them handing over 5 silver pieces to this goblin. The goblin says, last call. We have one more spot available. Any participants who think they can swim, now would be a perfect opportunity to compete and win. One more spot.
Oh, that's not for me. Who here is good swimmer?
I don't think I'm terrible.
Well, I know it's not going to be me. That's not my forte.
Yeah, I'll give it a go.
All right. Fantastic. Nice to see Aarakocra stepping up. There's five silver pieces. Oh, you're definitely going to wet your feathers today, friend. 5 silver pieces to enter, if you'd be so kind.
Sure, I'll hand them over.
Okay, so.
He's wetting his beak.
So we have Galciriad on the dock looking out. We have Ayo Jabi. I'll just get her on there as well. And we'll get to everybody else on the deck as well. Oops. Should have already set this up beforehand, but anyway. So we have Ivana, at the very least, looking on. Kipper looking on. On top of Rourke, who's looking on. We have Alora observing. We have Mist observing. And we have Gaze on the pier, ready to go. Kind of with Ayo there as well.
I'll look over at Galciriad real quick. Be like, a warm up for later. Friendly like, though.
Oh, of course. I think you'll be impressed with how well Ayo swims. But let the DMs give me a second as I sort out these tokens. Okay. So this is the human. And this is the goblin, hopefully. Yes, here's the goblin. Okay.
And when Gaze stepped up to compete, almost in defiance of Dermot and the conversation we had earlier, I'm gonna give her a blessing and give him guidance.
as a fist bump.
Like, I'm not hiding it. Like, I literally just say, "Good luck, blessing of the moon be with you." Like, that's what happens every time.
Yeah. I'll tell you. Yeah, sure. I will never say no to guidance.
Or
I know you
Dermot.
can guide yourself, but it helps.
Dermot is not
It's
there
kinda
to
like-
disapprove.
It's kind of like other people's feels better, you know?
Okay, the goblin steps up, the one running the competition says, the rules are very simple. Swim. The goal of the challenge is to swim upstream through the rushing waters of the Feline River to reach that spear over there. And she highlights the spear. Bring the bigs. The first person to bring the spear back to the dock is the winner. Any questions?
Seems pretty straightforward.
Okay, so on your marks, get set, go! And those competing in the swimming, which I guess would only be Gaze, can you roll initiative, please?
Guidance does work on this.
Oh
right?
yeah, that's
Yes, guidance does work on initiative.
It does.
It is an ability check.
Yep. A dexterity check.
Mr. Goblin.
20
Oh.
2.1? I think it's supposed to be 21.
Oh. Close enough.
All right. Okay.
No. Geese is first.
I know. I think it's supposed to
Oh,
be
yeah.
21, not 2.1.
so I just moved then, right? I guess. Okay.
So what was Gaze's roll? It was 21?
Yeah.
He is an 18 plus 3.
Yeah.
Okay, not sure
Yeah,
what
wait,
happened there. But there you
I-
go, 21. Okay, Gaze, so I assume you're going to jump into the water and swim as fast as you can?
I will do that. Yeah.
Okay, so that'll effectively be a dash action. Because you don't have a swim speed, it's half speed. So if you like to move 30 feet into the water, you can. Well, actually, as you dive into the water and you start swimming frantically, can you make me an athletics check, please?
Ooh. Okay.
You swim, you do get 30 feet. We'll say the starting line is this line here. Everybody will be starting from there. So, move 30 feet from there. Yep. So as you splash, you start frantically swimming. Feel like you might have gone out a little bit too hard, though. And you start gasping and grasping, and your lungs start to give out. Take 1 point of exhaustion.
Oof. Okay.
Now, we'll point out that the next time you do it, because you're exhausted, you'll be rolling athletics at disadvantage. Okay. The commoner does the same thing right after you. Well, the human, I should say, jumps in and starts frantically swimming. And she suffers a little bit of exhaustion too. She's keeping up with you, but she starts panting, and doesn't get very
Better
far.
save that guidance.
Okay. Yeah, maybe you should have. Ayo Jabe. Jumps into the water. And let me just double check something. Yep. She jumps into the water. Broosh. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And just powers past you, Gaze. And as you go past, she ruffles the hair on your head just a little bit. Try and keep up. The orc jumps into the water. Broosh. And He starts gasping and grasping. He's running out of air. He too has gone out too early. The goblin says, "Hey, it's my turn!" And the goblin jumps in. And he's really gasping. I'm going to give him 2 points of exhaustion for that nice 0 on the roll. Gaze, what would you like to do?
I would like to just try to move as much as I can.
Okay, make an athletics check at disadvantage. Okay, you start to get even more exhausted. You're huffing and you're puffing. You feel your lungs start... Whoops, your lungs starting to give out, and you're at 2 points of exhaustion level. And you move up to there. That's all you can make it, as you're puffing and huffing. The human who is also under exhaustion will make a athletics check at disadvantage, and she does the same thing, huffing and puffing. She only gets that far with 2 levels of exhaustion. Ayojabe comes up, dashes up there, and she grabs the spear. That will be her turn. The orc will make an athletics check at disadvantage. Oh, man.
Oh, goodness.
And he's huffing and puffing and really struggling to get any war. The goblin, thinking this is his chance. And, oh, man, he gets 3 points of exhaustion. He is looking just wrecked. Okay. Gaze, what would you like to do? You see this blue-skinned woman grab the spear and prepare to come back.
You know what? At this point, he would realize that he might just drown. So I think he would just kind of casually float and concede that she is a much better swimmer than he is. And yeah, I'm not going to risk getting more exhausted.
Okay. Just a second. As you're taking a moment to decide, man, maybe this isn't such a good idea, feeling exhausted, feeling wrecked. Oops. You can't help but notice you feel something swimming around your feet. And you look down and you see a shark there. And as you're drifting there like a little tasty morsel, the reef shark takes a bite at you, tries to chomp. And it rolls a 17, which I believe will hit Gaze with an AC of 17, and you take 8 points of piercing damage. And people start screaming,
Get it off me! Get it off me! Something's biting me!
There's a shark in the water! Don't know what to do! Somebody help! Somebody help! And everybody else...
Your safety measures!
Everybody else can roll into initiative. If you want to help, you don't have to, of course. But if you want to help, roll
Oh, of
into
course
initiative.
I'm going to help.
I
I'm
will,
going to give
yeah.
myself advantage on initiative.
Okay.
My ability.
Initiative it is.
It's fitting that
Oh, I didn't select my tracker! Damn it. I'll do it again. It's fine.
That pesky token.
All right.
Oh, it's so much worse! It happens every single time I forget to select my tracker. I will way
You can
worse.
just click and edit the number if you didn't
Yeah.
select it.
Yeah, so you
but,
see where it says...
She doesn't appear on the... Oh, yeah, I know what I mean. Yeah, I know.
So just change your 11 to the 18 in the initiative tracker. That's fine. So see, just click on the 11 in the turn
Okay,
order
gotcha.
and just change it to 18. That is perfectly fine. There you go. Okay. Did I... So, okay. So this was the reef shark turns. Actually, Gaze happened to go before that. Oh, no, after. Year before. So you see 2 of these sharks appear. One of them kind of in mud water, and one of them just takes a chomp out of gaze. Everybody, there's people screaming on the side of the shark, shark, and mothers grabbing their children and running away, thinking they're somehow going to be attacked by sharks on the ground.
See, the sharks on the map should have been an indicator that there were sharks in the water.
It's a bit of a gimme. Okay, Mist, what do? You see Gaze, big chomp taken out of his leg. What do you do?
SOS. SOS.
Excuse me, Kippa. And I'm running past Kippa and diving in the water.
Okay. Are you going to dash to get there as quickly as you can?
I'll dash and bonus action dash.
Okay, make me an athletics check.
No good. Roll.
Okay, so what I'll say is with your bonus action dash, so you're using your action, your bonus action, and your movement. Is that right?
Correct.
Guys, I think something's wrong with the water.
So I'll say you get right up to there, but that'll be your full movement. Is that okay with you? Is that where you want to be?
What if I used my... let me find it. It's a tabaxi thing where I can do double my move. Feline Agility.
Okay, can you bring up Feline Agility for me, please? When you move on your turn, you can double your speed until the end of the turn. You can use it. You can't use it again until you move 0 feet. So allow you to move with a booster feed. When you move... Okay, I'm going to say that you start sprinting along and do a graceful cat-like dive into it, splash, and swim frantically using your feline agility to get over here. You're still going to take the point of exhaustion, but I will give you an action once you get there. You're moving with incredible grace and speed.
Well, with that then, the shark is actively biting Gaze right now.
Yep.
Oh yeah, he tried to take a chunk.
All right, if he's biting you, I'm pulling out my rapier and I'm gonna try to attack him with it.
Okay. Now, because the shark's underwater and you are not, this is going to be a disadvantage. So roll again.
Right.
Yeah, you try and get your rapier down and hack into this thing, but unfortunately just swinging him as you can't quite get through the water in time. So that's going to be a miss.
Alright, can't really do anything else.
Okay, the commoner who's very exhausted and moving at half movement is... see, half speed. She's going to take the dash action and get 15 feet down there. Now, as she's kind of swimming downstream, the currents are working with her a little bit, so I'm not going to make her make an athletics check, but she's slowly stomping back to the shore, swimming back, just going gently as she can, even though there's a shark in the water. Alora.
All right. She's gonna move up here onto the pier, and she's gonna bonus action cast spiritual weapon right next to the shark that's engaged with Miss.
What does your spiritual weapon look like?
It is a just a strung bow. It doesn't have any. It's just a very long strung wooden bow, and it'll actually appear underwater next to the shark,
Okay.
and it's going to try and hit it.
Oh, that's very faint. Let me choose a different bow. Maybe this bow. Yeah, we'll say this bow here. And if you give me just a second, I can give you control over that bow, Alora. So yeah, feel free to move this wherever you like.
Okay, it's going to come right here.
So
And it will be under the surface of the water trying to hit
okay.
the shark. It's, spiritual manifestation.
Sure. Still going to be a disadvantage though, unfortunately. But yeah, making an attack with your spiritual weapon.
won't let me. Sorry, it won't. There we go. I was trying to disadvantage.
11. Same thing again. Your spiritual weapon swings through the water at this thing, but unfortunately, just the water, the currents, gets confusing things a little too
That's
much.
right. That was my bonus action. So my action, I'm gonna reach out and point at the shark and cast Toll of the Dead. So that's a Wisdom 13 saving throw.
Okay, so no penalty for that one. Wisdom 13, you said?
Yes.
Okay. So the Toll of the Dead rings out, and you notice the shark doesn't seem to hear it. Perhaps the water is muting it. It rolled a 14 on its save. So no damage from Toll of the Dead. Okay.
Yeah, that's my turn.
Okay, Kipper.
I'm going to yell out. Move away, Gaze, as he begins pulling one of his balls from his bag, and you'll see a little one with a pink coloring on it, and he will activate a propeller that will send the ball around here.
Uh-huh.
And I will hold my action to cast Fairy Fire the moment Gaze gets out of this line.
Okay. I think you can choose your targets, can't you, with Fairy Fire?
Can I? Let me see. I don't.
No, I think it's everything makes
Yeah.
the dex go. All objects, all people.
Yeah.
Okay, sure. I'll take your word for it. So holding your action until basically Gaze moves away over here somewhere.
Yeah, as long as he could even move here.
Yeah,
or
I have
here.
somewhat of a plan to try to get myself out of it at least.
So the moment he's out, I'm just gonna Fairy Fire the area to get the sharks.
Okay, cool. So holding the action, and so that okay. So Galsariad says, he stands next to you, Rook, and he says, "You know, Ayo Jabe, she is quite the swimmer. I don't think the sharks are going to be a problem for her. And there's not much I can do from here, but maybe if you're thinking of helping it, or help one of the other creatures who don't exude her type of confidence." That's going to be his turn. Do you say something back, Rourke?
I don't understand what you just said to me.
Ayo Jabe swims past the shark. Shark is not in the right square. Well, she's got the spear, we'll just say that. And as she swims past the shark is going to take a chomp at her. It's going to make a bite attack, and it just misses. And she just swims on by to about there, carrying the pole as she goes. The orc, he's going to limp forward as well. Just letting the current take him, as exhaustion is very much kicking in. Ivana.
Ivana cannot do much. She is going to... Yeah, that's the closest she can get. She's going to grab one of her javelins and try to aim at it with disadvantage.
Sure, yep, disadvantage to the water and probably the range as well. Yep, fire your javelin. Throw your javelin. Oh, wow.
Oh, nice.
Despite the
Nice.
odds, imagine Ivana comes up like a crassling javelin and throw in the Olympics, and it throws and it comes and it sinks deeply into the creature. And it takes 10 points of damage. Is that maximum damage as well? It is. Wow. Well done, Ivana.
And I'm going to yell out. Try to bring the sharks closer so we can hit them better. Please and thank you.
Excellent. The goblin struggles through, assuming that the shark's attention is somewhere else. This shark, the father shark, see blood in the water over here, and it's going to swing over. And now you see the shark going absolutely nuts, thrashing around. And it's going to use its pack tactics and roll a 17 against Gaze, which will hit as well. This time only 4 points of piercing damage, Gaze. Rourke.
Rourke is going to just come right up here to the end and then jump off into the water.
Okay.
And then start splashing and making as much noise as he can. And he's going to deliberately cut his hand on his glaive and start letting the blood get in the water and yelling for the sharks, "Come get me!"
Okay, make well, first of all, take 1 point of damage as you cut your hand to get enough blood coming off. And I'll let you choose. You can make an animal handling or intimidation check. Your choice.
Well, it's a 0 or a -1. I'll go with a 0.
Okay, 13. Okay, so you see a little bit of blood in the water as you purposefully cut yourself, hoping to attract the attention. And yeah, blood starts forming kind of all around you. Okay, I don't know why it's grey blood, but it's grey blood. Okay, very good. Gaze, sharks all around you. What do you do?
Alright, so I'm going to use a wild shape charge, and I'm going to transform into the only animal I have access to that currently has a swimming speed, which is a giant lizard.
Giant lizard. Let me find you a giant lizard. Okay, here's a giant
It
lizard.
can hold its breath for 15 minutes. So.
Oops, did that come up there? Where are you, giant lizard? There's a giant lizard. Well, not so giant, but giant for a lizard, I guess. So what we'll do, we'll just move you off here. Oh, there we go, giant it up. We'll get rid of that one. I'll give you control over this token. Just a second. So, Gaze, you are a giant lizard, and we'll put you right just to the north of them there as you wild shape, your bones crack and your bodies twist and you gain in size, and now you're a giant lizard. Now, is that your action or your bonus action? I forget what type of
action.
That's an action. Okay.
Let me try to refresh it. It won't let me select. Yeah, it's not.
Oh, no, sorry, my mistake. I didn't do it quite right. Now I should be able to control the giant lizard. That was my mistake.
Yep, no problem. Yeah, swim speed of 30 feet. I'll just try to move out. I'll take the attacks of opportunity.
Okay.
30.
So the two sharks.
The AC is 12 for them.
Okay. Two sharks bite. AC of 12. That's going to be 2 hits for 12 points of damage. So just chomp, chomp as you go past.
Okay. And as he swims away, I will cast the fairy fire I had held, and I will center it here.
What's the radius or whatever?
It's 20 feet
20.
cubed.
Oh, 20-foot cube then. Yeah, easily enough.
I get both sharks, and I get a
Oh, okay.
I mean, but I did say to move out of the way, so she didn't care.
But you're getting Ayo Jabe in there as well?
Yep.
Okay. What's the save?
It's dexterity. Let me check. My sheet. I'm sorry.
That's all right.
It's pretty sure it's a 12. Yeah, 12.
Okay, so 2 decks for the shark. You see the fairy fire appear on top of Ayo Jabi, and she just kind of shakes it off. She ducks under the water just at the right time, and it misses her. One of the... this shark here also avoids it, but this shark here fails its saving throw. Tell me, what color would a shark light up to indicate it's
It
free
would
fight?
light the same color as the orb, a bright pink.
Bright pink.
Yeah. Or anything.
That's as close as it got to a pink. So there you go. This
That's good
shark
enough.
is fairy-fied.
Alright.
And
And you'll see that the little orb that created like that projection of magic is gonna float back to me.
okay. And of course, Kipper, you're concentrating on that. I don't think it'll matter, but you are concentrating on that. Okay, so your prepared action goes off as Gaze swims away. Fairy fire, boosh, lights up the area. And now it's the reef shark's turn. Let's see. Missed. Can't decide. 1 or a 2, it's missed. Okay, it goes for Ayo Jabe. Turns around and viciously bites at her. Ooh, rolls a natural 20. And Ayo Jabe takes 12 points of damage. And you see she reaches off and kicks a shark in the face. And just as she does it, takes a bite. She's damn it! And she turns to Mist and says, little help here! Mist.
Hey, hand over that spear and I'll save you.
You can make a persuasion check if you like, if that's what you're doing.
Oh.
She says, never!
I can't roll for shit tonight.
I don't know what this roll for shit is, but I will not listen. I will win this competition despite the sharks.
Very well. I will dive under the water to be at the same level with the shark.
Okay, sure. They're just kind of skimming just below the surface of the water, but you duck your head in. Yep, no problem.
Alright, I'm gonna attack it again. Oh, is that a straight roll?
Still
Because of the
disadvantage.
fairy fire?
Oh, this one is not fairy-fied.
Oh, okay. So
It's this one, yeah.
it's disadvantage because of my exhaustion? Or is
nope.
under the water with it?
No, still just under the water. It's very difficult to swing your sword. So, still disadvantage. So 15 and a 13. A 13 actually hits. Roll damage for that one. What?
I got 2d6 sneak now.
But you're rolling at disadvantage, and if you roll at disadvantage, you don't get sneak attack damage.
But no, but he
you're
has
right.
a person there that's within 5 feet. Is she an
No.
ally?
If I have disadvantage, it
No,
still
yeah.
cancels it. So just 13.
Yeah. Any reason you have disadvantage means there's no tick attack damage. So the point of whether Ayo Jabe is an ally is a little bit beside the point. But regardless, you still hack into the shark for 13 points of damage. And missed. So despite not having the sneak attack damage, how do you want to do it?
Yeah, I just pierce straight, like, below its mouth. through the side. And straight back out.
Okay, the shark struggles for a little bit on the end of your rapier, but then ceases to move and slowly sinks to the bottom, I'm going to say, for a shark. Okay, nice missed.
Oh, I'll bump my head up and say you're welcome and swim back towards the dock.
Okay. With your 1 point of exhaustion. Yeah, you can move. You can only move 3 squares because you used your action, but feel free to move 15 feet closer to the dock if you like.
So I can bonus action dash then and go 6?
Yep. Bonus action dash 6, no problem. Okay, his mist takes out one of the sharks and starts dashing back. Alora, you're on deck.
I'm going to move my spiritual weapon up to next to this other shark and try to hit it. I'm guessing that's going to be a straight roll because it was very fired.
Yes, that's correct. Straight roll. 13 hits. Roll damage. So your bow, usually used as a ranged weapon, just gonna whack top of the shark's head.
Oh yeah, it's like a staff. It's like a staff. It just goes down and whacks it on the nose.
And you do whack it on the nose, and blood starts pouring out of its nose. You feel you might have busted its nose. That's your bonus action, Alora.
My action, I'm gonna point at it and Toll of the Dead.
Okay,
Wisdom 13 saving throw.
Wisdom 13 saving throw. Okay. Okay, so this time the shark, having been just bashed on the head with a spiritual weapon, is caught off guard. And as you toll the dead and the bowels ring out, it fails. So roll, what is it, a d12, I think? 8 points. Nice. The shark is momentarily confused. It's shaking its head. It's not knowing quite what to do. Still up. Kipper, what would you like to do?
Just a question. And it's like when a creature is fully submerged, they have fire resistance, right? So if I firebolt it, it would. Oh.
That's correct.
I don't have anything else to do, so I will firebolt it anyway.
Okay. Still at disadvantage.
And with fairy fire, it is
straight roll.
Right?
Straight roll. Yep.
No, it's not something. Wait, I'm having trouble. Help. Technical report, please help. Let me refresh. Oh, there we go. Oops.
Okay. Well, straight roll, yep. About an 11 misses, but your firebolt shoots through the water, whoosh, explodes.
Damn it.
And it doesn't even get to the shark, it just kind of evaporates on the surface.
Damn it! He will just stay on the pier, ready in the dock to get someone, like if someone comes to help them get up or something. Just,
Okay.
That's it.
Galsariad saying, you don't need to worry, Mr. Kobold. Your Jabby's got this. Don't worry.
Jabby has nothing.
She'll be fine. She will.
I don't care about her. I care about my friends and the other people.
So she gets almost to the shore, but not quite. But she's almost ready to win, and she's starting to wade out of the water. The orc slowly crawls his way back to the dock. Ivana.
I guess another jab.
Sure, it worked well last time, yeah. At disadvantage.
Well, straight roll.
Straight roll, yep. You're right, straight. Actually, but it's a disadvantage because of the range.
Is it double?
Yeah, but doesn't any advantage and disadvantage cancel out?
You're right.
No matter how many different ones there are.
You're right. 1,000 disadvantages and 1 advantage. It's a straight roll. So a straight roll, 14 hits. And it digs deeply into the shark. It looks wrecked, but it is not yet dead. But another excellent shot, Ivana.
Nice.
Okay. The goblin starts frantically swimming towards shore. The reef shark. Just gonna roll something for the reef shark here. Swoops down underneath this commoner, moving with the speed of a shark, bares its teeth, and this human is just frantically swimming to go by, and the shark comes underneath her, brings her up into the water in its maw, kind of bites down, and you hear this human just scream. And then the screaming shot, and the shark lands back into the water. And you see some blood start leaving this woman. She looks an absolute mess. Blood all in the water. And then the shark. That was 10. What's its...
Is she fully dead or just unconscious?
You don't know. You saw her being eaten by a shark, and she's obviously not in a good state, but you're not sure. You can't tell from here. And then it's going to take off. Actually, starts dragging the human away. Rourke.
Oh my god. I'll get out of here. This is a bad idea.
Okay, so you get out of the water. Cool. Gaze. Gaze the giant lizard.
1, 5, 10, 15, 20. How far away is she specifically?
About 35 feet.
Alright.
You can maybe get behind her.
Yeah, I'd like to try to get to her and see if I can, like, kind of grab a hold. Like, is the shark physically dragging her away with his teeth?
Yep.
Okay, I would like to... Like, could I try to grab her without, like, injuring her?
You can certainly try.
Okay.
So make a strength check as a giant lizard. I tell you, the reef shark rolled a 12. So, the good news is that you've got a hold of the woman. The bad news is that the reef shark has a hold of the woman, and you have half of the woman, and the shark has half of the woman.
Oh no, that's
you
real
killed her.
bad.
Yep.
I was gonna heal her and everything, and I can't
Yep.
heal that. Not
Yep.
yet, anyways.
Yep, that's pretty dead.
The only thing left to do is to search the pockets for loose change.
Okay, so you see this gory sight mist as this woman is literally torn into two. You know what Gaze was trying to do, but unfortunately it went horribly wrong. Missed.
Like, oh shit. I'll take a crossbow shot at this thing, even though it'll be at disadvantage.
Straight
It's
roll.
very fire.
Yeah, straight roll.
Oh, okay.
Taking a shot with your arrow. Your arrow sings true, pierces through the water, gets a nice direct hit on the shark. And it too falls to the ground and then slowly sinks to the woman. The body of the woman starts, half of it anyway, starts sinking to the ground, as sinking deep below the water. And with that, and with no active combat happening, no one in danger of dying who hasn't already died, we return back, and Ayo Jabe takes a spear and she starts jumping up and down and says, I did it! I did it! I told you all I would be successful at this challenge, and I have won!
No offense, but read the room? Somebody just died.
What? What are you talking about?
The woman.
Oh!
She was just ripped in half and killed by one of the sharks.
Oh, I didn't even notice. Oh, that is unfortunate. And you see a human appear on this dock as well. And he says, Brianna! Brianna! No! Brianna! And he just falls to his ground and just starts weeping. Brianna! Brianna! It's not true! Somebody, anybody do something!
I wish I could. I don't have anything that can mend a body back together.
You look like a holy woman, I can tell! Do something, heal her! Please! Please, I beg you.
Unfortunately, there's no
I mean,
real way to
I
heal
would,
that.
I would.
I mean, we can try.
Would I
but
know like that that a healing word or a lesser restoration or anything like that wouldn't like piece her back together?
You've heard of magic from high-level clerics that can literally bring people back from the dead, even they're in multiple pieces. You know it's possible. You also know it's well beyond your ability.
That's what I meant within my
No.
my.
You're a cleric, I can tell. Do something. And the guy comes up to you and starts holding on to your lapel and says, do something. Bring her back. Heal her.
Man,
Why not? Oh, that's not Rourke doing that. Sorry, Rourke. You can do what you like, but the commoner...
to fix this, if you found someone quickly, if you find someone quickly, you might slim chance find somebody that could fix this. But I can't. This is well beyond my ability.
You lie, you can do something. And he reaches out and gives you a slap across the face. Let's see if he hits with the slap. I mean,
I'm
obviously...
just going to take it.
Oh,
I'm
you
not
take
even going
it?
to try and dodge it.
Okay, that'll be 1 point of damage then. She just slaps you. You're useless. And he looks around and says, somebody, anybody. And he drops to his knees and just starts sobbing.
I put one paw on his shoulder and then fish out some pie and hold it in front of him.
He's not interested in the pie.
Yeah, I'm going to try and swim out and recover her body and at least bring, I guess, the pieces.
Sure.
As I see her trying to just jump into the water, we're like, you better remove your armor. I don't think you can swim very well with that.
I was already doing that. I wasn't going to go in with my armor on.
Who knows?
And I'm not going to swim as fast as I can. I'm just going to go try and recover what I can.
Okay, it's going to take you, in your estimation, a good 10, maybe even 20 minutes to... The first piece is relatively easy, but the second piece went down with the shark. So it's going to take you about, say, 20 minutes. But
even though I'm tired, I will lend her a hand with
however
the second half.
Yeah, however long it takes, I'm going to go out there and recover every single piece that I can.
Okay, with Gay's help, it kind of gets half to about 10 minutes, but you do eventually bring the two pieces back. While you're doing this, Ayo Jabe reaches out and she collects the middle. The middle looks like it's made of sea glass that has been crafted into the shape of a conch shell. And she comes next to the sobbing man, doesn't say anything, takes a couple of gold pieces, slips it into his pocket, says, "Come, Gasaliad, we need to be moving on." And with that, Gasaliad and Ayo Jabe start walking away.
All right. I don't think anybody I know of from my previous training would be capable of healing her. I know they wouldn't be nearby, but I don't know.
I was just going to say, is there like a temple or something that might have somebody who can do something?
The goblin who was running the event saying, "Well, we are a fishing village. We are a fishing village and a trading outpost. I can tell you for a fact there is no one here who could help this lady. I mean, she's quite literally in two."
Yes. I think we can all see that. I just didn't know if I knew in this town, I just didn't know if anybody I had trained with or knew of would be capable of healing her.
Uh, yes, this is unfortunate. There is the Temple of the Luxon here, says the goblin. I think we should bring the pieces there. So,
Sure. I think maybe somebody else should take her. I'm not feeling particularly welcome by the Luxon at the moment. But I will kneel down to the two pieces of the body and just give a small little blessing, and I'm going to just druid craft water lilies on the body and just give her a little blessing, and then step away.
and the goblin says, I will call some members of the Aurora Watch. They will take care of the body. And you do see two members of the Aurora Watch, which is kind of like the basic soldier unit here. And they appear on the scene. A couple of them. And they grow. Yep.
I was gonna say, what was her name?
The blue lady?
The woman who died.
Brianna.
All right.
So the two members of the Aurora Watch come and they collect the body. They kind of wrap it up in a single sheet, even though there's two pieces to it. And they leave with the body, as does the grieving, presumably, husband. And as all of a sudden, the Festival of Emirates takes on a slightly darker tone, what would you like to do?
Cry a bit. Put up
Yeah. You guys want to go find somewhere to, I guess, eat or maybe drink a little?
Yeah, I think I need to drink heavily after that one.
Yeah, I don't want to eat right now. I still have the pies in me.
I could eat and drink.
You can. You always can work.
So I guess I would start heading back into town, and maybe the first tavern or drink spot I see, just pull in there.
Sure. You see the... I'll show it on the map. So this this J8 building here is in fact the Temple of the Luxon. And you see the two Drow Aurora Watch guard / soldiers. I take the body with the husband going. And despite them wrapping up the body in a sheet, the blood is very obvious. And as they walk past, the whole mood of the festival takes a little bit of a lower turn as people see what happened. And they look almost embarrassed for having a good time. You go find a pub. I'm going to say... Oh, just let me check one thing. Okay. You wander through town. And I'll say this little area here, quite close to you, is the Broken Tusk. It's the local drinking establishment. And people are in there laughing and cheering and having a good time and talking about their successes or failures in the tavern. And the mood is quite jovial in there. Apparently news of the lady hasn't reached them yet.
Oh, yeah. I'm not going to say anything. I'm just going to go up and order strong wine and then find some dark corner to sit down in.
Sure. say 5 copper pieces for your wine.
All right.
Keep.
I will request 3 shots of the strongest liquor that you have, and I'll sit at the bar by myself because I feel partially responsible.
Yeah. Keepa will buy like a 2 to 3 gallons worth of beer for Rourke of his favorite ale.
Okay, I'll say you set that sets you back 2 silver pieces.
All right.
Rourke will double the order.
Okay.
All right. The 4 gallon. He will sit somewhere lighter. I mean, he doesn't. Yeah, it's not as down the lower hour gates, but he's just gonna take a seat whatever the Rourke sits.
I'm just gonna look for a place where my four gallons of ale can fit.
Yeah, she's just gonna sit there, drinking her wine. Not any tears or anything, but the very somber, despondent expression on her face, and a little bit of self-loathing.
What is Miss doing? Like, I'm gonna look for Gaze if once. No, Gaze not. Miss. Sorry. Yeah, around. Did he stay?
Miss followed, like, just slowly everyone to the bar
Oh.
and walked in.
Yeah.
He'll go up to the bar, see the shots in front of Gaze, not say anything to him or anything, but I'll have the same and just sit there in silence till his shots arrive. And whenever they show up, I'll pound one, sit it down, look to Gaze. Have you seen something like that before?
I just take a shot in silence.
Fair enough. I'll pound a second one.
Could have saved her if I didn't rip her in half.
Oh man, it's already done. You learned a lesson. There's nothing more to take from it. And I'll drink my last shot, pat him on the back, and just get up and walk back out of the bar.
Okay.
Well, Rick, that really soured everything. Poor girl. Not much we could have done, I think.
Rourke chugs one of the gallons, then burps really loud and says, "Yep."
He's just gonna take one, like a small mug and just pour a bit for himself and just drink. And that's pretty much it. I'm gonna drink with Rourke until he's done.
And then, I guess once Alora finishes her drink, she'll leave her glass on the table. She'll walk up to the bar next to Gaze, look him in the eye, and tell him, I don't blame you for a second. And then she's gonna walk out of the bar.
So we have Laura, and I think... Who was the other person outside of the bar? Was it Mist?
Missed.
As you two walk out of the bar, someone comes up to you, and you recognize it. It's Irvin. If you can't remember who Irvin is, this
Yes,
is
the-
Irvin. And it kind of walks up to you, Mist, and you, Laura. And he looks slightly drunk, not as perhaps drunk as you guys are attempting to be. But he comes up to you both, and he says, "Oh, I heard what happened. That was quite the scene. I can't imagine. That's terrible."
Laura will just nod.
Say hello, pie eater.
That's me. Gotta admit, I'm still feeling a little bit crook from all those pies, but it's okay. It's not important right now. Yeah, did you know her?
As well as I know you.
Oh, not very well then. So what are you guys gonna do now? What's the plan?
Laura just shrugs and then starts to wander off. She doesn't really want to talk to anybody right now.
Whoop. Well, Mist, isn't it right? A little bit of a dark turn. What do you think you're going to do now? I mean, there's still a festival going on.
Yeah, I mean, we're already here. What, where's the rest of your friends at?
Oh, some of them competed in the rice paddy competition over there. Let's see, who went over there? That was... that was... losing my place here. Yeah, I think old Maggie was there for a little bit. I think she might have moved on by now. I don't think anybody's really doing the tortoise competition. Arm wrestling? I'm sure Maggie, you probably find Maggie over at the arm wrestling competition, you know. Yeah, Maggie's an interesting sort. I mean, you look at her, right? She's nigh on 12 feet tall, towers over me, towers over you, towers over anybody I've ever met. But she's quite smart. She's trying to, I guess, break down the stereotypes like, ooh, look at the big dumb ogre, ha 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 ha. But at the end of the day, she would really prefer a battle of wits, I think, than a battle of strength. So, she's a good sort.
Yeah, she helped your smaller friend.
Yeah, Dermot, yeah.
Yeah, Dermot, thank you. Yeah, she does seem... It's strange. Not strange, but it's nice, you know, for her. People see her and think, you know, she's probably a buffoon. But she knows that she's not.
Yeah,
She doesn't need to tell everyone she's not.
yeah, she's smart. She is smart. Anyway, I'll leave you to it. I know I'm not really a friend, but yeah. I don't know.
Hey, her name
Yeah?
was Brianna.
Brianna.
You should have a toast for her.
Yeah, I'll do that. And he goes into the bar, leaving the rest of you to your to drinks. Raises his glass, says, "Brianna!" Downs it. Then he heads over to the Temple of the Luxon, apparently to pay his respects.
When he says Brianna and then does the toast, I start trying to chug another gallon.
All right.
If I can't drink too much, so he'll just pretend to drink with him, but it'll be an empty mug.
Sure.
We should
I
go
can't drink too much.
fun.
I can't drink too much either, but I'm going to.
Okay.
Can
What
we
time
go
of
eat
day?
more pies?
It's getting towards the end of the day. I say about 2 p.m. And you know that the closing ceremony is going to start at about 5 p.m. So you got 3 or so hours. You can spend it looking into an empty cup, or you could, do whatever you like. But about 3 hours before the festival closes, the closing ceremonies will begin.
I think I need to crush something.
I think Laura would find somewhere quiet and try to meditate and reach out to the Moonweaver and see if she can get some sort of guidance. You know, is she on the right path? What's she supposed to be doing? The major shake of confidence for her. Confidence she already didn't have.
So you take a moment and start praying to the Moonweaver. As you often do, your eyes glance to the skies, looking for the moon, looking for Katha, and you do spot Katha up in the sky as evening is approaching slowly. And you also see Rubidius. And Rubidius looks just for a moment as it kind of flashes. You know, it's the moon of ill omen. But you swear you can see Katha glow just a little bit brighter and put the ill omen moon a little bit more in the shadows. And you take that as a sign that the Moonweaver appreciates the fact that you see darkness, but you feel that you want to be the light that drowns out the darkness. And that's what you get back from the Moonweaver.
All right.
Rourke downs the third gallon and says, "I'm going to the strength competition."
Okay.
All right. Let's get some practice there, big guy, and he'll climb on him, on his shoulders. And be
Okay.
ready.
So Rourke and Kipper leave. Gaze, are you following them, or are you gonna?
Yeah, at this point he would have came out, but he's, visibly just crushed.
Okay. And as you
And
leave,
he would have at this point taken his medal off too and kind of put it in his pocket.
okay. You go past Mist on the outside. Do you tag along, Mist? What do you do?
Yeah, if I'll follow everybody loosely.
And Delora?
She sees them passing. She will rejoin the group, and she's gonna move along next to Gaze, and she is going to Druidcraft another water lily and hand it to Gaze, and just be like, I don't blame you at all, but I know you blame yourself. So just use this, as I am, as a lesson to work harder and do better.
Appreciate it. Hopefully that'll help.
And she'll just hand him the water lily and then continue on with the group.
And I'll attach the lily to my quarterstaff somehow.
Okay, so you all emerge from the broken tusk, meeting up with your companions. And as you enter, you see the carnival, the Festival of Merit, is pretty much back in full swing again. As you pass through the Temple of the Luxon, you see there's a small ceremony that seems to be concluding now. And a lot of people are giving the husband of Brianna some comfort. He's distraught, but, apparently they perform some rituals. Rituals are always important. So you wander past that. And you make your way over to here. And what you see there is... you approach a brick building with a sign that reads Beef Slab Butchers. A simple table and 2 chairs have been set up outside. Both chairs are currently occupied by people wearing the armor of the Aurora Watch, their elbows braced against the table and their hands locked in an arm wrestling duel. 2 dozen festival guards watch them silently until slam! The occupant of the left chair pushes her opponent's arm to the table, and the crowd erupts in whoops and cheers. You see Maggie here as well, with a kind of Dermot pecking her against the back. So you can do it, Maggie. I know you don't want to appear as some senseless brute, but hey, there's money to be made. Why not take advantage of your more physical side? And Maggie goes, "Oh, all right, I'll give it a go. I mean, why not at this point? I'll give it a go." And an orc approaches your group and says, actually, no, that's an elf. Says, "Oh, well, hello. Welcome to the arm wrestling competition. Would any of you like to compete?"
I think Rourke would like to.
You'd like to, big guy?
We'll look over. We'll gaze over to the 8-foot tall guy with the giant weapon.
What do you say, friend? You'd like to give it a go?
I'm in.
All right. So you see that large orc over there? That's Meryl Bronzefang. Now Meryl Bronzefang is our champion. You're gonna have to, shall we say, work your way up to here. If you won 2 competitions in a row, then if you manage to beat Meryl Bronzefang, then you'll succeed. You'll be the champion, new crowned champion. I must warn you though, Meryl Bronzefang is undefeated up to this point. But if you're up for it, you see the female drow that just won the arm competition. She's kind of stretching arms. She puts her hand down on the table and says, and the other elf says, "Well, if you're ready to go, why don't you take on the drow and we'll see who wins." You up for it?
Man, I look at all the people that I think are competing, and I yell, "Just so you know, right now I'm imagining you're all sharks, and I hate sharks."
And as you sit down by the drow, he says, "Oh, you hate sharks, do you? Oh, don't be too surprised when I snap your wrist then."
As Rourke walks by before he sits down, I'm just gonna touch his elbow again and give him some guidance.
As you do this, Dermot's just staring daggers at you.
I don't even look him in the eye. I just keep all my attention on Rourke.
Okay, so the female drow kind of loosens up her arms, and you lock hands, and the elf, puts the hand over top of the two wrestling hands. She says, "On your marks, get set, go," and she pulls away your hand. So, I'm going to need you to make a strength check. What's your strength? What's your strength modifier?
+4.
+4. Okay. So, I'm going to roll for the drow first as she bends your arm and you feel your grip starting to giving. Can you make an athletics check for me as well, please? And yes, you can add your d4. Okay.
Will you get the point?
D4.
Yeah.
Nice.
Okay, so you both start struggling against each other. Your hands go back and forth, back and forth. I'm going to have you roll again, as that doesn't resolve anything. And of course, you can't use the guidance again.
I
Put
am
the
really,
strap on him.
I am really angry that this shark is in my way. So I'm gonna go ahead and rage.
Oh, okay. So make your athletics check at advantage. Tell you she rolls an 11. Okay, you roll. At advantage.
Is it shift or is it
Shift,
Yeah.
shift, I think. Nice.
There you go.
So the drow starts leaning into it and says, "You're big, but are you strong?" And you almost get your hand down, but then Rourke, you let out a cry of rage. And you just twist her hand back and slam it down. And
in the middle of that going on? There's a loud ripping sound, and a giant tail shoots out from the back of my pants.
Well,
What the hell was that?
that's new.
I have a tail too.
Yeah. That's
Rourke, I never would have imagined.
What does? How does the tail look? Is it like? Is it like?
Scaly and kind of ridged.
Damn.
Those are my only pants.
I'll get you some new ones. I don't know how many of them have,
Anybody got
tails.
mending?
Yep, Keeper does. Actually, he will get to
There
that.
you go.
Now that you mention it. Yep.
Okay, mending is cast. Your pants are repaired as the mending cantrip goes off, and just
He's gonna leave
Sewed up
like
nicely.
the hole for the tail and with just any extra damage.
okay.
Cut him a little flap.
A
Yep,
little
yep.
butt flap. And the drow that you beat in says, "Oh, that was mighty impressive. You're are you an orc? Are you a bugbear? What are you?"
Rourke, where were you hiding that thing the whole time?
Your worst nightmare, shark.
And then she kind
He's
of,
pretty drunk at this point.
yeah, I was going to say she sniffs and she smells the alcohol on your breast and says, "Well, the bugbear orc, I don't know who you are, but I guess well played." Maggie comes and sit down, and another drow, a different drow altogether, comes and sits down next to Maggie. And Maggie's kind of stretching, looking massive. Her massive hand almost wraps around this drow things. And you hear Dermot comes up and says, Maggie, you can do this. I'm going to give you encouragement and perhaps a little guidance. No, I won't guide you. That would be cheating. And she withdraws her hand, not casting the guidance cantrip. Staring daggers at Allura once again. And Maggie and this dwarf
I
start
would
going
like to
at it.
cast guidance on Allura.
Okay. Alora, consider yourself guided.
Oh,
Just blatantly staring at her.
Maggie! Boom! Goes strong at this female drow as I see her hands almost completely encompassing this drow's hand. The drow responds and... Maggie just... boom! Without much effort. Maggie kind of shrugs and says, sorry, that was might have been embarrassing for you. I didn't want to make it appear quite so one-sided. And the drow kind of goes, just shut up! Shut up, you stupid buffoon! And just storms away.
that's not very nice.
It's an ogre, what do you
Maggie, you did a great
expect?
job.
Buffoons. All of them. Well,
I go up to Maggie and I was like, "You did a great job."
well, thank you. It seemed a bit one-sided. I didn't mean to defeat them quite so easily.
You ought to be proud of your strength. Good to have.
Oh, okay.
You know what? They probably would have just been as big a dicks if they had won. So.
Oh, maybe.
Bigger.
And the elf that's organising, well, appears we have two winners here. The bugbear, I can tell that you're a bugbear, versus the ogre. So I believe your name was Maggie and Rourke, and may the best person win. And Maggie sits
and
down.
before Rourke sits down, I will once again give him guidance. Because now I'm just doing it out of spite.
As this is going on, that hateful person, do they like walk by us?
The drow or Dermot?
The one, not Dermot, the other.
Yeah, the female drow calls Maggie a buffoon and a stupid idiot and starts storming away into the crowd. So yes, they do walk past you.
As they do that, can I kind of bump into her and, see what's in her pocket?
Sure, make a sleight of hand check. Oh, without issue, your hand gently slips into her coin purse, and you find 3d6 worth of gold that you managed to pull out. Take the first three, so 12 gold pieces you silently pull from her pocket, and maybe in her anger and her being beaten by, in her words, a buffoon, she doesn't notice at all, as do the onlookers. Just boop. So consider yourself 12 gold pieces richer, missed. And Maggie sits down. You hear the chair creaking under her weight, but it holds. But half her butt's just over the side. It's far too small for her. And she says, Rourke, is it? Tell me, am I a shark too?
Normally I would say no, but tonight, yes.
All right, well, good luck, I guess. I can't help but notice your friend cast a little spell on you. Are you going to use that?
Nah.
So an honourable drill it is then. And Maggie flexes her arms. The elf once again encases both of your hands. Says, on your marks, get set, go! And pulls its hands away. Maggie, you see the muscles bulging along her arms. And, not so good. Rourke? You rolling at advantage? Are you still raging?
Oh, yeah.
So with that, you feel Maggie's elbow just kind of slip right at the critical moment, and you just power her over and win. And Maggie says, well, fair's fair. Oh, well done. Pats you on the back and kind of disappears into the crowd. And now, says the elf, we have the final. We've seen this mighty bugbear defeat all comers. The drow, Maggie herself, but now the real battle begins. and you see this huge orc come up. Not quite as big as Maggie, but definitely bigger than you, Rourke. And sits down. You see the muscles just bulging in her forearms, her wrists, her biceps, her triceps. Looks absolutely jacked and says, I hate to tell you this, friend, but you're going down. I'm the defending champion, Meryl Brodsfang, and I haven't beaten for a long time. You ready to go down, friend?
Sorry, I don't speak shark.
Yeah, we got a comedian here. Unfortunately for you, this is not a comedy competition. You two lock hands. The elf holds your hands together. She feels the strain. She says, on your marks, get set, go. And Meryl Bronzefang just starts powering into it. Rolls a 23. Hurrah! Rourke,
They're
athletics.
still guided, technically.
Yep, that's true.
Still raging.
Sure.
Come on.
And
Shit.
you're pushed back. You're both holding your ground. And Meryl Bronzefang goes, "Ah!" and maybe pulls a muscle. Rourke, roll your athletics check at advantage. Ah!
Oh! No!
Meryl Bronzefang says, you'll fight pretty well for a bugbear, but you're no match for the mighty Meryl Bronzefang. And she starts pushing your hand down, but you just effortlessly pull it back and pushes Meryl Bronzefang back. And Meryl Bronzefang looks momentarily taken back, and she says, well, I was a bit too arrogant here, but fair's fair. Well done. And she holds out her hand to shake your hand, Rourke.
I already said I don't speak shark.
Yeah. Bad sport, that's okay. I can respect that. And the elf comes up. We have a new champion. Rourke, I believe your name was. And she hands you this medal. It's made out of ebony and shaped like a thick flexing arm. And I will show you what that does in just a second.
Rourke's mood immediately changes when he notices his tail again. And almost like a little kid, he jumps up and runs over to Kippa, shaking the tail, going, Kippa, Kippa, I have a tail, I have a tail. And in his excitement, the rage dwindles and slips, and the tail shrinks and disappears.
Well, it's gone now. What did you do? How did you make this? What is... It's awesome! Did you see it? Like, you were... And I'm just gonna, like, peek and see if, like, maybe the tail just hit. Like, it's not there!
I start ranting about how I could never do it before, how I never could do it before. I left the Enclave because all my family could make the change, but I couldn't make the change. And I made the change, and I had a tail, and I think I'm going to be sick. And then I walk away, and I throw up a lot of ale and pie.
Very good. So if you go to roll 20 in the appendices again, Rourke, you'll see the medal of muscle there. And it's made of ebony, and it looks like a flexing arm. And do you see the medal, Rourke?
I do.
Okay. So you have the medal of muscle, the medal of wit, and the medal of the maze. That's impressive. Okay. So...
Flavor.
yeah, all the medals around your neck. So, we'll close up now for tonight. Just to point out, though, that, of course, you don't need to know it. I know the mood's a little dark around your characters, but there's still the competition in the rice paddy fields, and there's competition that involves riding on the back of horizon-back turtles. So I'll let you decide what to do from there. And we'll pick it up there next week. Sound good?
Sounds good.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thanks